Hey everybody, Mike Soileau with Gator 99.5. And listen, I'm here at the Lake Charles Civic Center today in the Buccaneer Room with the Louisiana State Police because they're conducting DWI advanced classes for officers who are patrolling our parish, different agencies from Beauregard, Calcasieu, Jeff Davis. And what they're doing is basically, I used to be a police officer and I went through this class. They're learning about the laws, how to conduct the laws, how to enforce the laws, and then of course how to deal with subjects when they've had too much to drink, when they pull someone over. So what they do is when they learn this training, what they do is they learn how to deal with intoxicated people. And that's what we're doing right here. And I'm going to be a test subject. So what's going to happen is I'm going to sit in a room for about 3 hours and drink some beer. And then they're going to put me on the intoxilizer, check my blood alcohol level. I'll probably have to do the field sobriety test. And it's all for awareness for not drinking and driving. So we're going to show you here in a little bit why you shouldn't drink and drive and how much alcohol can impair your driving. I got this waiver here. It's like a 7-page waiver. So I got to sign this waiver here. So I'm going to do that real quick. And then I'm going to get to drinking is what's going to happen. And when I get to drinking, it's going to be fun because Mike Soileau is going to crank up the country music and throw a party back here. So stick around. The fun's about to begin. So rolling. So what he just did was he's checking my pupil size. This is right now before I have any drinks. They're going to check that, and they're also going to put me on this thing called the intoxilizer, and that is basically reads your blood alcohol level. So if you were to get pulled over by a police officer and arrested, you're going to be brought to the troop or the sheriff's office or the city police, and they're going to have one of these fancy machines, and they're going to have you blow into it to find out if you are over the influence of alcohol or over the legal limit. So that's what we're about to do. We're going to test that before I even start. And then from there, we're going to go and test it midway, and then when I'm completely finished drinking.
Is she the only one? I was just asked to see how much alcohol it would take for me to be intoxicated. I weigh 185 pounds. He told me about 9 ounces, which I asked him, I said, "You mean 9 beers, right?" He was like, same thing about that much.
Isn't that ice chest right there? Yeah. Just press the button on the top.
They were one that tricked you.
Yeah, you gotta look for the slim can situation first. Maybe be by here a little bit later. All right, first one.
Cheers, buddy.
Oh, thanks. It's my buddy, Bo. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna teach you why you shouldn't drink and drive. By the way, it's 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it is. That's way too early.
All right, let's go have our own. All right, so I'm out here in the back of the area while they're having their class. First off, Ronnie Millsap koozie, because you know I'm a classic country guy. I've already drank number 1, so this is number 2, and it is 11:24 in the morning. Clock on the wall from the Civic Center. So we're going to drink another one here, and what they're trying to do is get my blood alcohol level over the legal limit, and then we're going to do some tests. So stick around. I got some music jamming. You know, I'm going to turn this into a party. It's like my house. If I had a bonfire, if I could do a bonfire right now, I would. What?
How are y'all doing?
Oh, we're good.
We're getting there. We're
Abe Froman, the king of sausage king of Chicago.
Ed Froman. We are trying to limit ourselves a little bit so we're not inebriated in an
And when
hour.
Bo starts stuttering, he's getting a buzz.
How many have you had so far?
This will be number 3.
All right.
10 ounce.
Good count. What's it been, 10 minutes?
Well, 12.
And a half.
And a half, yeah.
Do you like the color blue?
A little bit.
How about you, Mike?
I do because it's the color of Bud Light.
I like somebody that thinks about his health first.
No, this is healthy.
A diet beer.
This has got wheat and barley in it.
It's everything a grown boy needs.
Yeah, I mean, it's breakfast of champions, especially at
5
11:45.
in the morning. This will be number 4, gang.
On number 4.
All right, so you just reached your 4th beer, and you are scheduled to drink 8 today. How you doing? On your halfway point?
I'm at my halfway point now, and I'm starting to feel a little buzz here. I'm not quite sure if I could actually drive anywhere or safely drive anywhere, so It's noon. Got a long way to go. About halfway there. Probably about 8 more beers to go, and we'll see how we do.
Hey, I thought it was 4 more beers.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say 8 more beers.
You're at your about halfway point, huh?
Oh, no. I'm only at 4. This is number 4.
Well, how many are you scheduled to drink today?
I don't know, till 2 o'clock. We're gathered here today by this podium as we are going to have a seminar on drinking and don't drink and drive. Because right now, I could not drive if I wanted to.
So the officer just told me that for Mike Soileau, we're going to get a supplemental sheet to keep track of how many alcohol beverages he's had because he's already went through a sheet, and it is only 12:15.
So welcome to the backstage area of the Louisiana State Police's DWI show. Is it a show?
I believe so. Well, we're going to make it a show.
Okay, we're making it a show now.
Absolutely. So we are 12:20 in to, we're about the halfway mark on what we think we would be if we were legally intoxicated, but we have hours to go.
Well, in about 15 minutes, we're going to get on the intoxilizer and we're going to blow into it and see where we are. And then from there, we're going to do some more drinking. And then about 2:30, what's going to happen is we're actually going to sit down, go into the classroom.
Correct.
And the police officers are actually going to give us the eye nystagmus, the walk and turn, the field sobriety, and then we'll do the intoxilizer again. Well, when you drink 3 or 4 drinks, you don't realize getting behind the wheel that you feel like you're okay, but you're legally intoxicated, and you could hurt you or someone else. So that's why we're doing this. So stick around.
You said you'd eaten before.
Yeah, I just don't know.
All right. Well, here, so breaking it down on the alcohol thing on your stomach once it's fully broken
Focus on
down.
the pen.
Probably going to open up and then drop it off.
Focus on it. You see how he's taking his focus off?
Normally you'll have
Blind.
one beer.
All right. Okay, so it's about 12:30-ish, and what they're doing now, we're at the halfway point, and I've had 5 10-ounce Bud Lights. Okay, so they did the eye nystagmus on me, and I failed like half of it already. Okay, so then I went on the intoxilizer. The intoxilizer, you blow into it, it tells you your blood alcohol level. Right now I'm at a 0.49. Legally, when you're illegal or you shouldn't be drinking and driving, 0.08 is actually, I'm at a 0.049. So I'm about at 5. So I got a ways to go before I actually would be over the limit. But 5 10-ounce beers, that's 50 ounces of beer. Okay, that's not even, they try and do it at 12 ounces. So 6 12-ounce beers like equal to a shot. So right now I'm at 0.49 on the intoxilizer. At 5 beers, so we'll see what. Oh, can I have another beer?
Hey, Bo.
Yes, sir.
Look, here, come hold the camera for a second.
All right, so that's Chili, who's been behind the camera the whole time, and now we're gonna hand it off to Bo.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're gonna hand off the camera, our expensive, nice camera, to the person who's been drinking this whole time.
Oh, he's got good shoes on. His balance should be pretty good with it. You're not shaking too bad, are you?
Negative.
All right. Well, I gotta go to work. I'll see you later. Good luck.
We're getting abandoned by Chili.
I like it. I like it.
It is. What time is it, James?
2:27.
All right, I'm here with Sergeant James Anderson with the Louisiana State Police. Am I slurring?
Just a bit.
Oh, well, I only had 13 beers already.
13 beers.
Is that bad?
Yeah, that's
Am I
bad.
screwed?
No, you're all right as long as you don't get behind the wheel.
Oh, I'm not driving. This is what we're talking about. When you sit there and you have a party or you hang out with friends, you realize sometimes it gets away from you.
Right.
And when it gets away from you, you don't realize how many you drank. And you're like, oh, I'm still good. I can drive. And you're not good to drive.
Would you want to drive right now?
Hell no, I would not drive. I would call like Uber, or I'd call like my best friend's uncle's cousin's roommate. I don't know. I am not driving out of the Civic Center right now. So how many times do you encounter somebody like this?
Well, unfortunately, all too often. Last year, Louisiana State Police Troop D arrested 674 people for impaired driving in our area. That's just what we arrested. That doesn't count what all the other law enforcement agencies in our area arrested. So all too often we see it.
So the reason I volunteered for this is I wanted to sit here, I wanted to drink some beer, and then see how well I could actually function. I haven't even gone and done the DWI stuff, the field sobriety, the nystagmus, and the cadets that are in there right now are about to do this for me. I don't know if I'm going to pass anything. What do you think?
I think they're going to pick up on it.
If I got on the radio right now, people would be like, change the channel. He's drunk. And that would be bad for me. So, I've been here for 3 hours, drinking probably a beer every 15 minutes. So, what do you suggest to people when they're drinking and they're at a party and they need to go somewhere?
Well, the first thing is to have a plan before you go to that party, bar, restaurant, or casino. If you want to drink, that's fine. Have a plan. Have a designated driver lined up, someone who can get you home safely, because that's what it's all about. We don't want you to hurt yourself or anybody else.
All right, James, so we're going to have a little fun. Ask me questions I should know and see if I can actually answer them, like, what 2 + 7 is or something. Let's see if I can remember.
Okay, well, let's start with that. What is 2 + 7?
9.
Okay, well, very good.
Okay.
Can you recite the alphabet backwards?
I can't recycle. I can't recite the alphabet forwards. Okay, let's see. Z, Y, X. Yeah, I'm done after that.
Okay. Well, just so you know, we don't do that in real life, but I just wanted to see you do it for my entertainment.
Oh, you suck. What else can I try and prove that I'm not drunk?
Well, we would administer a standardized field sobriety test. It's a battery of 3 tests, horizontal gaze nystagmus, walk and turn, one-leg stand. We're thoroughly trained on these tests, and you're not going to be able to defeat them. There's no way to just fake your way through them.
So, is there any way to beat a DWI test? So, putting the penny under your tongue and you blow in the toxicology, I heard it's supposed to stop the reading. Is that real?
Old wives' tale, no.
No?
It's not gonna work.
I'm not married, so I don't have a wife, so I don't know how many wives' tales that is. But anyway, so I'm drunk. I'm sitting here. I'm having a good time with James Anderson. So, James, what is the one thing that we want to push right now? What's the one thing we want to tell everyone in Southwest Louisiana, Southeast Texas, Acadiana, or anybody that's watching at Gator995.com not to do?
Never drive while impaired or get in a vehicle with someone who's impaired. That advice could save your life.
Dude, it's been 3 hours. I drank 13 beers. 13. And right now, I feel like I'm so that I cannot, and I can do that either. Anyway, I'm about to go into the class, and I'm going to take the field sobriety. And you think I'm going to pass?
I don't think it's going to end well for you.
At least I'm not going to go to jail.
That's the good part.
Where can you go drink beer
No, you can't
with
say
the police and not get in trouble? Right here at the Civic Center. Once again, I'll talk to you tomorrow when I'm actually sober, but this is a PSA, do not drink and drive. Make sure that you always have a designated driver, or if you can't, do not go anywhere. Stay where you're at. Drink coffee, Cokes, eat something, and plan to stay there for a couple hours before you leave.
Well, and those things may make you feel better, but it's important for your listeners to understand. Time is the only thing that gets alcohol out of your system. You give a drunk coffee, you have a wired drunk. You stick a drunk in a shower, you have a wet drunk. So time is really what we...
And if you throw somebody off the balcony of the Civic Center, you have a dead drunk. So make sure you don't drink and drive. All right, so I just took my second breathalyzer test. First time I had 5 beers, I was a .49. I just finished my 13th beer, and I was a .0104, which is over the legal limit by 2 percentage points. But I feel like I'm way over that. So, 13 beers, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and an 8 ounce. So, We're going to do the field sobriety and all that here coming up in just a little bit. And we're going to see how I do on the actual, walk and turn, the finger thing, and the eye nystagmus and all that with the cadets. But there's no way right now that I could actually drive. None. So I'll just drink beer because I have a designated driver, and you should always have one too.
Do you have any problems with your legs, your back, or anything like that?
Nope, just old.
Just old. Okay. What you do, I'm going to perform the test first to show you, and then I'll tell you when to start. Okay?
Sure.
What you're going to do, either leg that you want to start with, you're going to stick it out, you're going to keep it straight, keep your foot parallel to the floor, and you're going to look at your foot, okay? Loud, you're going to say 1001, 1002, 1003, and on until I tell you to stop, okay?
Yes, sir.
Say what's that?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and start.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021.
Stop.
Balance. Get off balance, dude. But not too bad. Hop here, hop there. But still, don't drink and drive. Hey, this is Mike's while I just finished dealing with field sobriety from 4 or 5 different, they put them in teams. So I had 4 or 5 different teams come to me and do field sobriety, the eye nystagmus, the walk and turn, and then I also had to stand here because I have no balance anyway, so I could be stone cold sober and still fail that test. But you know what? I think I failed it miserably. And that's what happens when you drink too much. It doesn't matter if it's beer, alcohol, wine, whatever. When you drink and you feel like you cannot drive, hand your keys over to someone else and let them drive, or stay where you're at, or make sure that you get a designated driver. That's what we're here to tell you about. It's 4 o'clock on Wednesday. So we started drinking at 11, drank till 2:30, then they cut us off. The first time I read, it was 0.49. Then the second time I read, right before we went into the class, was a 0.103, which is way over the legal limit. And then we just did our out, where we finish everything and we take the intoxilizer again, and I blew a 0.082, which is barely over the legal limit. So after just 1 hour after we stopped drinking, I dropped almost 2 points. 2/10 of a point again. So that just shows you, if you stop drinking, have some coffee, get you a Coke, some water, something, and stop drinking, then that way you can at least make sure that you are safe to drive and get somebody to drive you. Whatever it happens, oh man, the wind's blowing bad out here. Whatever happens, don't ever drink and drive. If you had more than 2 drinks, honestly, I would suggest you get a taxi, or you call a friend, or you just stay where you're at. That way, you're always safe. Remember, drinking and driving kills you or somebody else, and we don't want either one of those to happen. That's why we did this today, to show you. Did I fail the field sobriety test? Absolutely. I took it 5 times, but I failed it every time. But either way, just remember, don't drink and drive right here in Southwest Louisiana, because you may save your own life or someone else's life. We don't want you on the road. We want you to have fun, laissez les bon temps rouler, but do not get on the road again. Thanks for joining me.